Hello and welcome to today's Deep Twist Yoga Flow. We'll start today's practice standing at the top of our mat, coming up to our mountain pose, palms face forward and grounding through all four corners of both feet. Spine is up nice and tall and either closing the eyes or just keeping a soft gaze as we ground into our practice. Taking a couple of deep breaths just to feel into the moment, into any body sensations, and to let go of anything that's happened up until this point. We'll begin with a few neck circles in either direction here, making these circles as big or as small as we'd like, taking our time here, and then taking these circles in the opposite direction. We'll bring it back to neutral, start to inhale as we sweep our arms all the way up, flipping our palms and interlacing our fingers here, stretching up long through the spine and then bending over towards the right side, feeling a nice deep side body stretch. Shoulders are down and away from the ears here, and pushing the hips over towards the left side to get a bit of a deeper stretch. Then we'll take that up and over to the other side, over towards the left, hips push towards the right, feeling a nice deep side body stretch on the right side here. We'll then bring it back up to center, start to let that go, and start to prepare for our tree pose. We'll place all the weight into our left foot as we bring our right foot either onto the inside of the left calf or left inner thigh, just as long as it's above or below, not directly on the knee. Hands can come into prayer here or above us in some beautiful branches, keeping a soft gaze at something that's slightly in front of you. Slight engagement through the core for more balance and stability, and keeping a micro bend in that left knee. Taking just a couple more deep breaths here. And we'll lift that right knee up, crossing the right ankle on top of the left knee and coming into a gentle standing pigeon. So just hinging back through the hips, bringing the chest forward, hands to prayer if they're not there already, and feeling a gentle stretch into the right glute. Remembering to keep our focal point and gentle core engagement. We'll slowly stand back up, lifting the right knee up and placing it back down, preparing for our tree on the left side. Placing all of our weight into the right foot as we bring our left foot either into the inside of our right calf or right inner thigh. Hands can come to prayer or up into beautiful branches here. Gentle bend in the right knee and keeping our focal point on something in front of us that's not moving. Making sure that left knee is coming out to your left side here. Now we'll cross our left ankle over our right knee, coming to our standing pigeon on the right side, hinging through our hips, chest forward. Hands remain at heart center here, just feeling a gentle stretch into the left glute. And we'll bring that left knee up, start to let that go, coming back into our mountain pose here. As we inhale, sweeping our arms all the way up towards the sky, and exhale to fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, and then placing our hands down, stepping back to half or full plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. As we inhale, we'll sweep the right leg up towards the sky, and exhale, step it through for our warrior one. Left toes face the top left corner of the mat. Inhale to sweep the arms all the way up towards the sky, and exhale to bend deeply into that right knee. Making sure both hips are facing the top of the mat. Maybe heel toeing that right knee out just slightly to give yourself some space. And then we'll bring our hands out behind us here, either holding onto the opposite elbows or interlacing the hands behind the lower back. Inhale to bring the chest up towards the sky, and exhale to bow down into your humble warrior. Making sure you're strong through both legs here, not dumping weight into your knee. Strong through the core. Maybe lifting those hands up higher if they're interlaced. Taking just a few deep breaths here. Then we'll sweep our arms all the way back up. Place them down to frame your foot. Step back to half a full plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. As we inhale, we'll sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale to step it through for your warrior one on the left side. Sweeping our arms up as we inhale, and exhale to bend through that left knee. Again, maybe heel toeing our left knee out slightly to give ourselves some space, and taking just a few deep breaths here. Bringing our arms down, either holding onto opposite elbow or clasping the hands behind the low back as we inhale, just up towards the sky. And exhale to fold into your humble warrior. Strong through all four corners of both feet. Maybe lifting the hands up if they're interlaced. And then coming right back up, sweeping our arms up as we inhale. And then placing them back down, stepping back half or full plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we'll slowly start to walk all the way up to the top of the mat and just let go into our forward fold here. Maybe swaying side to side. Maybe holding onto opposite elbows here. Shaking the head yes. Nodding the head no. Making your upper body really heavy here, dropping the belly down towards the thighs. And then as slow as you can, starting to roll all the way back up to the top of the mat in your mountain pose. We'll take just a couple of deep breaths here. And then we'll start to drop the hips down low, arms sweep up high for our chair. Feet can be either together or hips width apart, dropping the hips down even lower as we sweep our arms up even higher. And then placing the hands to heart center, we'll revolve into our chair. So bringing the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, making sure that both knees stay in line with each other, pressing the hands together here to bring the chest up even higher. Again, left elbow is on the outside of the right knee. Then lifting the left foot up and stepping it back. Option to stay here or bring that knee down to the ground. Wherever you are, continuing to press into the hands here to lift the chest up even higher. For just a couple more deep breaths. We'll place our hands back down to frame the right foot, stepping the back to half or full plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly walking all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, and exhale, fold. As we inhale, we'll roll all the way back up, head and shoulders come last. Preparing for our second round of chair here. Feet either together or hips width apart, dropping the hips down low and lifting the arms up high. Shoulders are down and back, engaging slightly through the core and pressing firmly into the heels. Then we'll bring our hands to prayer, rotate over to the left side, hooking the right elbow outside the left knee, making sure that right knee stays in line with the left and gazing up towards the sky. From here, lifting that right foot up and stepping it back, either keeping the right knee lifted or maybe down towards the ground. Wherever you are, pushing the hands together here to lift the chest up even more and gaze up higher towards the left side. Then we'll place our hands back down, stepping back into the either half or full plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog for 5 deep breaths. Really pressing into all 10 fingertips, lifting the hips up as high as you can, chest drops down low. And we'll slowly step all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway and exhale, fold. As we inhale, we'll sweep our arms all the way up to the sky, and then exhale, bring our hands to prayer. And then release for our mountain pose. From here, we'll prepare for a couple different eagle variations. So lifting the right knee up and crossing it over the left, either keeping it here or maybe the right foot stays down on the earth. Or you can bind it behind your left ankle. Bring the right arm underneath the left, either holding onto opposite shoulder or coming into your eagle arms here. And if your arms are an eagle, keeping the hands away from the face and the elbows lifted up high. Dropping deeply into the hips here and keeping the spine extended up tall. And we'll start to curl our elbows down into our knees, nesting our eagle, feeling a nice release through the lower back and a stretch through the shoulder blades. And we'll bring it up, back up and let it go. Just coming into our mountain for a couple of deep breaths to reset. We'll prepare to bring that over to the other side. This time lifting the left knee up and crossing it over the right. Any variation here with the legs. Sweeping the left arm underneath the right, either holding onto opposite elbow, onto opposite shoulder, or eagle arm variation here. Again, keeping the hands away from the face if they're an eagle. Hips drop down low. Spine extended up nice and tall. And press your limbs into each other here for a nice deep twist and stretch. And we'll start to nest our eagle, starting to bring our elbows down into our knees. If you wobble or fall, just coming right back into it. Taking a couple of deep breaths here, remembering to breathe. We'll bring it all right back up, coming to mountain for a couple of deep breaths. Sweep our arms all the way up towards the sky as we inhale, exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. From here, we'll heel toe our feet so that they're facing the outer corners of the mat. And start to drop our hips down into our malasana. Hands can come to heart center here in prayer, pressing the elbows into the knees and knees into the elbows. And then we'll start to drop onto our seat here, keeping our knees bent and bringing the soles of the feet towards each other in our seated butterfly. Maybe interlacing our hands around our feet And then we'll bring our hands down behind us, bringing our feet out in front of us, and just making some windshield wiper movements here with the knees, going as fast or slow as we like, maybe holding on to one side for a little while, and then holding on the other side. And then we'll roll all the way down onto our backs. Keep the left leg extended as you bring the right knee in, and then shift your hips over towards the right as we drop our right knee over down towards the left side. Right arm extends out long, gazing over that right shoulder, coming into a nice supine twist as we continue to draw out the breath, maybe making our exhales a little longer as we start to wind down in our practice. Taking a few deep breaths here. Start to bring it to the other side. Right knee extends out long. Bring that left knee in and shifting hips over towards the left. As we drop the left knee over towards the right, left arm extends out long, gazing over that left shoulder and making sure that both shoulders are down on the earth. Maybe closing our eyes here, continuing to be mindful of our breath. We'll bring it back to center here, maybe hugging both knees in one last time, rocking side to side, before we start to extend out long in our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Dropping the weight of our limbs into the earth and fully relaxing here. Option to pause the video if you know you want to stay a little bit longer, otherwise I'll call you back when it's time. Feel free to stay as long as you'd like, otherwise wiggling through the fingertips and toes, rolling out through the ankles and wrists, and taking a big stretch here, rolling over onto either side, and pausing here for a couple of breaths, eyes closed. We'll push up into our top hand, coming back up into our seated position. We'll bring our hands to prayer and take a humble bow of gratitude, thanking ourselves for showing up today on our mat, for doing something good for ourselves, and thanking all of the teachers who have come before us, bringing us this beautiful practice of yoga. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.